So I was letting the car warm up in the garage, and I saw dripping here. So I refilled it. Okay, stop. Welcome to Tiafo Garage, where we try it and find out. On this channel, we feature DIY on some classic cars. We also chronicle the classic car ownership experience here in the San Francisco Bay Area in California.
Tiafo Garage.
We are down in beautiful Pacific Grove. We've got the ocean right there. Dino's been warmed up in the garage here in our little home here. And we're gonna go out to see Gordon Murray and the US introduction of the T.50 vehicle that he has designed. So a US production introduction, so we'll look forward to that. Well, the excitement was short-lived. We have a fuel coming out of the Dino here. So I was letting the car warm up in the garage, and I saw dripping here. So I refilled it, and it looks, well, it is wet fuel dripping. The tank is over here, so I will have to see what I can do, and I don't have a jack. So this might be a problem for the weekend. I might be riding with Chris. I'm glad I found it in the garage while it was idling, because we don't want fuel dripping as we're driving. See if I can see anything obvious. It's probably a line to the tank, and it's only dripping when the car is running, so it must be tied to the positive pressure. I've checked online, or actually texted a buddy of mine on Ferrari chat. I suspect it is this tube here, which I believe is the overflow for the floats and the carbs. Goes to the top of the gas tank under there, kind of there. So apparently that's a known failure mode, and only leaks when the ignition or when the fuel pump's running, which is a good clue here, because that's driving the fuel into the carbs, which is then driving the overflow. So I'm on a hunt to try to find a jack. I've got a friend who's 30 minutes away. The problem is the jack has to be kind of low because it's like 5 inches clearance to the ground. So I need a jack to jack up the car, to take off the wheel, to take off the panel, to access the gas tank. So my friend Mike, who I just met last Saturday for a car week kickoff dinner, has a friend Randy who's gonna hand deliver a jack that we're gonna try to fix the fuel leak in the Dino here. So Randy will come with the jack. I've not met Randy, but we'll see whether we can get this car back on the road. I'm gonna start with putting some jack stands. The jack stands. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start with putting some wheel chucks in the front left tire. So we'll lift up the hood here. Remove the spare. And the chocks are here. These are actually factory original, and I believe so is this rubber. You can see it's kind of crazed there, so I got to be kind of careful with it. But anyway. Oh, and I forgot there's only one, but that's fine. I'll just put the one here. Not sure whether those spiky things are supposed to. It's probably for the dirt. Yeah, this is kind of curved for the tire. Okay, I think I hear Randy outside, so let's go meet him. Randy.
Rick.
Hi, I'm Greg. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, man. Yeah, good handshake. All right, we got Randy here helping. He brought the jack. We've got the jack. We took off the wheel. We took off the fender liner here. And this is where one of the two gas tanks is. And so here's some line. So I'm going to turn on the ignition and see if any fuel is coming out of either of these two. If not, we'll look deeper in. I think it might be, well, anyway, if not, we'll look deeper in. Let's just see what happens here. It was dripping down here, dripping out of here. I'm actually impressed how accessible those are, so I'm hoping it's coming out of there. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're recording. I'm gonna turn on the ignition and see if any gasoline comes out of any of those fittings.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the fuel leak more closely here. I'm gonna ask Randy to turn on the key button. Yeah, I'll say go and you can turn it on, and then I'll say stop and you can turn it on. Okay, ready?
Ready.
And go. Okay, stop. Okay, so as you saw, it is leaking right at the juncture between, I think, yeah, this metal piece here and where the tube goes in. There's enough slack here that I am going to cut the tube off right at the where it's leaking basically, and then try to feed it further down so that we have fresh tube and that point is removed from the tubing. So let's see if this works and try it and find out. Okay, so we're gonna cut off the fuel line. I guess maybe I should try to pull it off first. Let's see. Oh yeah, it slides right off. Okay, that was easy. I can see it's all wet in that region and also kind of swollen. Let's chop it nice and clean and feed it back. Okay, so that is holding and it's got a good ½ inch of overlap. And we are looking bone dry.
That's the way to look.
Yep.
Turn it off.
Yep. So I do believe we fixed it, but just to be safe, I'm gonna go get a hose clamp and stick it on there. Okay, so we are back in business. We now have a hose clamp there where there was none. And one final check with the fuel pump on, you can probably hear it. And the hose clamp on. And we are looking bone dry. So I was not able to make it down to Gordon Murray, but I did get the fuel leak fixed, and Chris made it over to Gordon Murray from San Jose. I'm going to insert some of the footage that he got from that trip, and I hope you enjoy it. And if you're still watching, please do consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. We are trying to build the channel, and we will be able to create more content like this if you subscribe. Thank you.
Hey, this is Chris with T.33 Garage. For those of you familiar with Canepa, you know that's the building right behind me there. We're here for the Gordon Murray talk, introducing his new car. But it's in Canepa's new building, which they do have a second one right across the street. There it is. That is the new Canepa building. Let's go inside.
Morning everybody, you want to gather round because Bruce didn't bother bringing a PA system, so welcome to Canepa in Scotts Valley, Bruce's new showroom. We're going to have a, as you see, T50, first production car here, and we're going to have an unveiling of T.33 Spider in a minute. Let's have a nice warm welcome for Gordon Murray.
Thanks, Dario, and I have to say it's lovely to be back in California again, and particularly in this great new showroom. Huge thank you to Bruce. Oh, that must be for America.
Oh, that's the ugly American bumper, yeah. I did take off the ugly American lights, though. The side markers they have here.
Yeah.
Right.
The big squares.
So yours is silver?
It's quite a light silver, yeah.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Tiafo Garage. I'm sure Chris was very thrilled to have Gordon critiquing his Dino, as I would be. We will be here in the Monterey Peninsula all week, and we will be attending multiple events, and we will record and publish what we can as fast as we can. But of course, it's a busy week, so mostly we'll enjoy using my Dino and Chris's as a daily driver, so long as we don't have fuel leaks and other things getting in our way. And if we do, we'll figure something out.
Tiafo Garage.